it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. And after my last, you're not going to believe what the state of my room looks like, video, I've had a bit of a blitz. And it's pretty much ready for me to start crafting in. So let me very slowly move around because I know otherwise I'll make you sick. So first things first, I do need to sort out what's on here. Because there's some really old stuff there, and I do have a little pile of bits there that I just need to sort through and find homes for. But other than that, let's go round. So we've still got the door into the garage, still got the duvet hanging off it, but this is my new space. So I actually have two spaces where I used to have one. So let's start here. So printer, two tables, which I just can't bear to part with, and they fit very nicely in that space. So just never know when they're going to be helpful. Little drinks area. So I've got a coffee machine. I've got a bottle to carry 2 litres of water back and forth. And there is actually a carafe that goes there as well with water in, just so that I can then add some of my water drops, because I love my water drops. And they're in that little box underneath the phone. I've got a phone holder on the corner, wires for my laptop, and etc, etc. A couple of glasses. That's a screen cleaner, the pig. I do need to get the stains off the wall behind that desk, but this is my new triptych picture, IKEA. Brilliant, in their sale, thank you very much. IKEA clock. And then the picture above it was gifted to me by the daughter of a very good friend of mine. The daughter was doing art during lockdown, and I was helping to share her things on Instagram. So she very kindly gave me an original. That is an original, not a print. It's maybe going to be worth something one day. So I'm trying to back up so that I can show you. I should really have put my chair so that it was tucked in. Let's tuck my chair in. Anyway, so chair, rolling chair, which I can lean back on, which is lovely. So this desk is new. It's IKEA. I have got some bags at the top there, space at the bottom to put things in. I'm trying to save some space, because you never know. That's where all my bits and pieces and my laptop go. Then this is a drawer which has got lots of space still at the back. The front here with the socks on top, great, is my selfie printer. And then I've got a crate in here with various bits and pieces in it. I decided to put this crate in because otherwise the drawer is not a terribly helpful dimension size thing. Anyway, so, and then you can then push both of those in together like that. Then I've got an Alex cupboard there, sewing machine at the bottom, some fabrics and bits at the top. New desk lamp. Both those boxes have got photos in that I need to sort through. Found them while I was going through things. Some of them date back years. Then I've got these pin boards which go kind of most of the way down. The flowers aren't going to stay there, but at the moment that's where they are. And I've got little clips on this pin boards for some of my sewing patterns. 2 bins and a cat bed. Not that the cats have taken any interest in it as yet, but hey, you never know. And 2 bins so I can sort recycling and not. This cupboard still needs a bit of a sort out, but one of my first projects is to sort out this box, which is full of knitting needles. So I need to do a knitting needle roll for those, and I've got to sort out what's going on those little easels. And then I've got a couple of teddy bears, one of which is handmade, one of which is a money box, like that's going to ever get money in it. A very old photo of my husband. It was the first photo he gave me of him. Boxes up there with mostly adhesive. Now there's an admission. So some of this will eventually go because I'll use it, strangely. Then I've got a little bit of extra space still in this cupboard. So I've got some reed stuff for some smellies, some soft toy stuffing, as you do, laminator, various bits of pieces in there. That Stampin' Up lunch bag and a duster, lovely. That Stampin' Up lunch bag is currently listed on eBay. And then we come round to, so this area is kind of sewing and general admin, because I'm on the parish council, so I do have quite a lot of admin I need to do. So that's that area. And then we're coming into the more craft area. So I've got 2 boxes here with wool and bits and pieces like that in. These all need labels. At the moment I couldn't tell you what's in half of them. Threads, that's helpful. Various bits. I've got some flat pack Easter eggs to do up, otherwise known as their bars of chocolate. What's in the other one? What's in there? Oh, those are mini albums that I've completed. There's all sorts of bits and pieces that I've just pushed in there for the moment, so they've got a home. Got the beginnings of some bits up there for scrapbooking. That's a pile of extra organiser boxes. Cleaning, mini album. These are all spare boxes that I had previously. Tub of paintbrushes and the like. Also paintbrushes spare. These are Distress Oxide and Distress Inks. So that's that. These all close, I should say. They are rarely closed, but so they do all close, and the idea is that I will close them at night. Up the top here, I've got some stuff to make wire mini albums and frames in the other box, and then some bits from backstage in Las Vegas from 2-3 years ago. Some spare boxes, and then these are all scrapbooks that are pretty much full. Some small boxes that I've still got the items that go in them, and then some empty lever arch files and the like. Then we come down here. So this is all the stamps that I now have. The idea is to not get too many more. But if I do, I'll probably move these inks down to where these bits are, because those are the re-inkers. But I've got, obviously you can see the Stampin' Up ones, and then to the right of that shelf are all the non-Stampin' Up ones, which I'm just putting in little cello zip-top bags. Then all my inks, blends, Stampin' Right markers, etc., watercolour pencils, and then just a small amount of scrapbooking paper. And that's not everything. So I've tried to organise it by manufacturer. There's not that much Stampin' Up patterned paper, but it's in this middle section here. Otherwise, and some of it's down in this section at the bottom here. This is all 12 by 12 coloured card, which is all Stampin' Up. Washi tape, some punches. So that's basically all scrapbooking stuff. Then we come across and we've got some mini albums that I've done, some mini albums I've got to make, various folders full of bits. 6x6 and 6x8 paper pads, and then I've got small alphabet stickers. Where are we? There we are. Small alphabet stickers, small stickers that aren't alphabets. Where it says neutrals, I do need to relabel these. That's actually metallics and glitter paper. And then in the corner there, what is that? Oh, that's all 49er Market. I love 49er Market stuff. And then at the end here, I've got 12 by 12 sticker sheets. This is all, that needs to not be there. This is all journaling bits, so 3x4s and 6x4s, mostly. Then the embarrassment that is all of the note cards and envelopes and just envelopes that I've collected over the years are in these 2 boxes. Yes, I do mean 2. I've got a wire binder in that blue bag, various alcohols and things, spare inks, spare blends, empty tin stuff, and then we've got notebooks, empty stamp cases, a smash book, a Misty of all things, and just various bits. And this is more like 12 by 12 kits, so scrapbooking kits that are in envelopes, 12 by 12 envelopes. So if I just want to grab a kit that I may have put together, that's where those will be. Then we come across 2 punches on the top, mixed of Stampin' Up and other, some Toot on the second shelf, and then some more empty stamp cases there, various organiser pots, which may or may not stay. Again, bins for recycling and non-recycling. My step stool, which I need to get to the top shelf. Heater for the winter. Then we have die cuts and embossing folders, masks, those sort of things. My mini cut and emboss, my plates for both my mini and my full size. A random thing. We're onto embarrassment again. All these things in this right hand, these are all self-adhesive enamel dots, pearls, those sorts of things. And I've given a lot away. Mini alphabets, and then sticker books, etc. Those sorts of and die cuts there. Wet wipes. Who can live without wet wipes? Various sprays. I'm a great one for sprays. I hadn't realised how many of them I had. So quite a few of the old Mr. Huey, no longer made. This is it's a Nouveau one that I picked up along the way. Cosmic Shimmer, GK Design, Distress Spritz, another GK Design, exactly the same. Another Spritz. So mists. My magnetic bowl, which one of my old team gave me for die cutting. Some Stampin' Up Post-its. My large cut and emboss. Then in here, we've got everything Cricut on the top shelf. So yes, I do have to take it out when I want to use it, but I don't see myself using it that often, and when I do, I'll have a session. So I've got heat presses and things behind there, and a heat mat. Various bits on the next shelf down, and even more various bits on the bottom shelf. But everything has its home, as does the dust. This I picked up from IKEA. It's a work box, and I saw there's Shamel Lane, who I love, who does scrapbooking twice a week online. She has certainly had one of these, and it's great if you're doing a whole a monthly kit, so you can put it all in there so you know where everything is. Obviously I'll have to make sure it doesn't get into the sun, but if I'm using it for that, I'll probably put it on the floor here. This is various bits and pieces, so some tools, as in screwdriver type tools, personal filing, and then more embarrassment, various bits of Toot in the corner there. So many years ago, TK Maxx used to stock scrapbook papers. I know it's TK Maxx because I have got lots, obviously lots. So those are all those. And then I've got various die cuts, frames, those sorts of things. That's Christmas. That's all Shamel stuff. More bits. And then we've got, oh no, that's not empty. Frames, they need to be moved. I've kept these. I've had them for years. They're great playing cards, but I'm keeping them because I think ATCs should make a comeback. ATCs are artist trading cards, and historically the playing cards were what you used to use for the background, or to decorate. So I've kept them. And that's the plan, is I'm going to start doing ATCs. And the idea is you make more than one of the same and you swap them. So watch this space for potential swapping of ATCs. And then I think these are all empty. These, again, I need to relabel. So this is stuff. Apparently I like Flair. This is known as Flair for scrapbooking. I have an embarrassing amount. Apparently I am concerned that I'm going to run out of blades for my trimmers, because I've got those. These are all stamping spots. This is low-tack tape, some rulers, paper clips, etc. So various bits. More clips. So that's that. In here is all embossing powder. This is more embossing powder because, again, apparently I'm concerned there's going to be a world shortage. Pearl effects, etc. Blending tools. These I loved. These were the all-purpose ink. So these are like metallic paint. I loved those. We Stampin' Up had them for a while. Again, apparently I think I'm going to run out of the tops of Take Your Picks. Who knew? More things for blending and for using with masks. Stuff. So that's my Stamparatus and extra plates. That's for embossing powder. What have I got here? Oh, more stuff for the Stamparatus. Low-tack tape, etc. These are metallic pearls. Love those. Glue gun. Slightly more adhesive. Empty. This is pencil cases. Random. And this is cutting plates, because, again, I think there's going to be a world shortage of cutting plates. Oh, and the light bulbs for my lighting in here. And these are all the colours, the card colours that I've collected over the years. And again, apparently there's going to be a world shortage of water painters, which I know are no longer available, and Wink of Stella. It's slightly embarrassing, but hey. There we go, that's that. So across the top here we've got blocks, various stamps, as in, things like my name and address. This is normally meant to be wet and is for cleaning. Low-tack tape, notebooks, ribbon shelf still. This is my basket for offcuts of scrapbooking paper. And it fits perfectly because I've put one unit under my desk because it fits perfectly and support. My desk has never been more rigid. And I had this awkward gap and coincidentally picked this up specifically for, it's from IKEA again, for offcuts of scrapbook paper, and it fits perfectly. What do we got here? Various press and seal and food wrap and cling film and stuff, tissues, grid paper. This is all Cricut stuff, apart from this, which is obviously a craft tote and some coloured card I need to put away. The Cricut mats all fit nicely down here because this is full of crepe paper for crepe paper flowers, because I do make crepe paper flowers. Then I've got trolleys and bags in there along with my electrics. Here, this is the same as I've always had, so it's got things like my scoreboard, cutting machines, etc. there, and then these two drawers are full of A4 paper, which hopefully will become more empty as I go through. And then lots of pin boards with scissors, shelves for bits and pieces. I need a new tin for these bits, which I just had a thought I had. Oh well, I'll find it. Anywho, so various bits there. Catalogues, Stamp and Scrub, the squidgy mat, my laptop, which I'm hoping will be working sufficiently well to do proper YouTube videos. I've still got my inspiration wall, I've still got my sunflowers, and then a small number of blending brushes, again on pegboards. And this is the other side of the pegboards where I've got my sewing patterns. So I've got double usage out of it. This is the mat that I use most of the time for working off. It's non-reflective, which is great. This is my self-checklist. A few more blocks, some little storage bits, stamp cleaner, misters. I must put some cards in here because that's one of our card displays, Stampin' Up card display. New little light which just clips on and turns on there, and then with that and my overhead lights, I'm hoping that will give sufficient light and not too many reflections for videos. But I do need to sort out all the stuff for doing videos soon, and then I will be back doing videos properly, as opposed to walking around with my camera in my hand or my phone in my hand. So there we are. Let me see if I can get back into this corner and show you this angle. So my husband was stunned by the amount of space that I've managed to create. Obviously the room hasn't changed size, but I now have two very distinct areas. I do want to get some carpet down or rugs, but I can't quite decide what I want. That's my very old, very original rug, but I do want something because it's going to get cold in the winter. It has got underfloor heating, but it's electric, so really not sure about that. So there we are. Let's try this angle as well. And as I say, these are all going to be kept closed. That is my new craft room. All sorted. My next task is to label everything because I cannot find anything. So yeah, that's the next task, and then I can start properly. But I'm loving how it's come together. It's better than I thought it was going to be. And I've got space, which is great, as in I can expand a bit, although the task is to contract. I'm going to need more space for scrapbooking, as in books, because I'm running out of space, because I've got all of those across there, and then I've got a little bit of space there. And did I say that's my cleaning tote? I can come down into here, I guess, but hopefully that's a way off, and hopefully I will be able to get rid of various bits along the way. So this shelf, for instance, here, hopefully by using stuff I can release that for scrapbooks, but that's going to be my biggest challenge because, surprise, surprise, I will be doing more scrapbooking and card making because that's what I love to do. And I still have my view of the garden, which is lovely. And then the other side. The only problem we have, which is more my husband's problem than mine, is he said he won't know when I'm on this side whether I'm in the room or not. I think the clue will be there'll be keys in the door, but hey, you know. Anyway, I'm really pleased with it. I hope you are excited by it. And yeah, it's all come together so nicely. And as I say, I've even got my little drink station here. I was hoping we had an espresso machine already, and I was hoping I could use that, but it has gone the way of the world, so that ain't happening. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you for a proper video sometime very soon, I hope. Bye for now.